Got to get to this other story. I want to get your take on this. This House IT worker is facing charges this morning for bank fraud, accused of double billing the government for computer equipment. Federal authorities arrested Imran Awan at Dulles Airport 2 days ago, where he had a flight booked for Pakistan. He was going to Pakistan through Qatar. Several relatives of the 37-year-old were fired months ago, but Awan was kept on staff by Florida Congresswoman and former DNC Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz. We've been talking about this case because it's real murky, Robert. First of all, him and his brothers were making $165,000 working in the IT department, which is much more than anybody else was making. He was fired for, he was initially talked about in terms of wrongdoing in the computer by taking people's data, but there's also speculation that there are ties to the Muslim Brotherhood here. What's your take on this?
Well, a lot more facts, I suspect, need to come out before we can really make a definitive judgment about what this is all about. But it's troubling if, when the facts do come out, what people knew and what people didn't do about it if they, allowed this person to remain. This is not a good thing.
I don't understand how they got the job and worked there for so long anyway. What do you think, Dagan?
I think that this individual, Imran Awan, and his brother were under investigation for months and months, and he still was working for Debbie Wasserman Schultz. When did he get fired? He got fired Tuesday morning, I believe. That the fact that this was going on for weeks and months, and that he was busted. They literally busted him at Dulles.
While he was trying to get out of the country.
And his family already left.
But there was equipment found in his house that was smashed that they were trying to destroy.
Well, this goes back to, national security issues, too, with Debbie Wasserman Schultz. And, she's currently in office. And so it's alluding to where was the break-in chain of command within her administration for her office? Why were these people still employed?
Well, and the other thing is, was the FBI involved to give a heads up about the potential risks here, or did the FBI instead, for purposes of the investigation, allow this to go forward so that they could gather additional evidence to make a case? I don't know enough to know what exactly went on here. I suppose we'll find out, in the future. You could imagine circumstances where the FBI might not want to blow the whistle on the thing too early because they were still gathering evidence and may have asked, and put the Congresswoman's office on notice to, just let us handle this. I don't want to make judgments about that because I don't know enough to know what exactly was going on here.
This criminal investigation came to light, in February, and most Democratic lawmakers cut ties with Awan and his family after that was revealed. Not Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
And let's point out, she was the one who was hacked.
Right.
So. Is there a connection there? She was the one who was hacked.
And the DNC is not handing over their server, by the way. So there's all kinds of...
They hired a private company to look at the server rather than giving it to law enforcement.
Yeah, you'd think the default position would be time to cut ties. That would be ordinarily what you'd expect to happen. But I don't know whether or not, the FBI got involved and asked them to just kind of hold off while we continue to do what we're doing. Again, who knows? It
was the U.S. Capitol Police that was really investigating first. Robert, great to get your insights, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Robert Ray there.